where it will be x should be less than equal to 3. So what will be the range of this function? Less than equal to 3. So it will not exceed 3. What will be the range? From minus infinity to 3. Open, closed? Closed. Why closed? Equal to sign. So if it is equal to sign, closed. If the equal to sign is not there, open. Open means round. अब तो रिकॉल हो गया, रिफ्रेश हो गया पूरा टॉपिक, रिफ्रेश करना था कई बार ऐसे करना पड़ता है सिस्टम को रिफ्रेश। अब जैसे आ रहे हैं हमारा बहुत अच्छा बच्चा है, स्कूल नहीं आता है, बस आज आए थे आप? एप्लीकेशन सिर्फ क्लास टीचर से साइन नहीं करानी है, ध्यान रखिएगा, पता चल जाएगा। Come here, come here. एक बार जल्दी से मेथड ऑफ इंटरवल्स पे से रिकॉल करा देता हूँ। फॉर एग्जांपल इट इज x स्क्वायर प्लस 3x माइनस प्लस 2 look for this. Oh भाई साहब, so this will be x square plus 2x plus x plus 2 is equal to 0. X, sorry, it's say greater than, only greater than 0, not equal, inequality. So x common, x plus 2 plus 1 common, x plus 2 greater than 0. So this will be x plus 2, x plus 1 greater than 0. So what are the critical points? No. Minus 2 and minus 1, not even minus 1 and minus 2. It should be minus 2 and minus 1. Minus 2, minus 1, minus infinity, infinity. Starting with plus, minus, plus. So it is greater than 0. Greater than 0, that is positive expression. So what will be the solution here? From minus infinity to minus 2. Equal to sign is not there. So open bracket. Union minus 1 to infinity. Recall one. If there is any doubt, please ask. क्योंकि यही सारी concepts of questions में use होंगे. If anything is not clear, please do ask. Clear? पक्का? Note it down. Note it down.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes, Harshita.
So the screen is blurred.
So sorry. Now it's fine.
Yes, sir.
Clearly, fx is defined when this expression should be positive. 9 minus x square should be greater than or equal to 0. Dividing by minus 1. Why do we need to divide it by minus 1? To change the... क्यों ये अच्छा नहीं लग रहा मैं साइन? Why do we need to divide it by minus 1? No, it will be reversed because we are dividing by a minus sign. But what is the logic? To make x square positive. If you remember, the first step was x minus alpha, x minus beta, that is the coefficient of x square should be positive. So if it is not, we have to make it positive. That's the reason.
Good evening,
So
sir.
x square minus 9. Good evening, Shaurya. So this is x square minus 9 greater than or equal to 0. So this will be x plus 3, x minus 3 greater than or equal to 0. So what will be the critical points? Critical points will be minus 3 and 3. So this is minus 3, 3. Positive, negative, positive, right? Greater than equal to 0, clearly negative region. नव्या ध्यान नहीं है बेटे. Greater than equal to 0, negative region. Greater than equal to 0 means positive. So positive region. So what will be the solution set? From minus, देखने की तो जरूरत ही नहीं पड़ेगी ना. देखो greater than equal to 0, ये positive. So this will be minus infinity to minus p. Open or closed? Closed. Union 3 to infinity. Clear, Ridhima? So what will be the domain of this function? Always do it in 2 steps. First write the solution set, then write the domain. इसका बेनिफिट आपको जब आप रेंज लिखोगे, अभी तो डोमेन कर रहे हैं, we have to do range also, तो वहां समझ में आएगा. That why we write first solution set and then we write domain. Got the thing? Any confusion? Any slightest doubt? We missed one thing over here. When we were dividing it by -1, the sign should have been reversed. So this is less than equal to 0. So this will be x plus 3, x minus 3 less than equal to 0. Clear? We did not reverse the sign. That was a blunder. So now critical points will be -3 and 3. Positive, negative, positive. Minus infinity, infinity. And now you see it yourself that how just a single mistake then completely changed the question. Now this is less than equal to 0. So it will no longer be positive part. It will be negative region. So solution set will be from -3 to 3. So what will be the domain? -3 to 3. You can check one more thing. See, if you put up very, very important, you will be needing in class 12 also. That is the next concept, range. Whenever we need to find out range of a real valued function. See, if it is given in roster form, then it is quite simple. What is meant by range? In set of second elements of range. Set of second elements of the function या set of second elements of the relation. जिसकी भी हम range find करें. अगर function की find करें, set of second elements of the function. But range of a real valued function, there are 2 ways in which we can find out the range of real valued function. First one is the observation method. Second one is the assumption method. Now look carefully for observation method. In observation method, we observe the function carefully and we try to find out the minimum and the maximum value for function. First of all, we need to understand range. What is meant by range? The literal meaning, from minimum to maximum value of function. By range, we mean what can be the minimum value of the function, what can be the maximum value of the function, as simple as that. By range, we mean minimum to maximum value of a function is the range of the function. This example will make it crystal clear if you are attentive. Fx is equal to 2x square plus 3. We need to find out the range of this function. Now look carefully. सबसे पहले difference भी याद रखना. When we talk about domain, we talk about x. When we talk about range, we talk about fx. Right? When we talk about domain, we talk about x. When we talk about domain, we talk about fx. So now this particular function, fx is equal to 2x square plus 1. Can we conclude anything about only x? अगर सिर्फ x होता, if this would have been only 2x plus 3, तो कुछ conclude कर पाते? सर कि पॉजिटिव है, नेगेटिव है. अगर सिर्फ x होता, it could have been positive also. हाँ जी, 2x plus 3 होता तो नेगेटिव होता. क्यों? x की वैल्यू नहीं, पूरे फंक्शन की वैल्यू देखो. 2x plus 3. Is it compulsory that it will be negative? No, it will depend upon x. If x is positive, if x is negative, it will completely depend upon the value of x. It can be positive or negative. But if it is involving x squared, it will always be positive. Clearly, x square will always be greater than or equal to 0. Minimum it can be 0. So x square is greater than or equal to 0. Along with x square, we got 2. So can we write 2x square is also greater than equal to 0 if we multiply by 2? Along with 2x square, we have 3. If we add 3 to this will be 2x square plus 3 greater than equal to 0, greater than equal to 3. 2x square plus 3 greater than equal to 3. So can we say that fx is greater than or equal to 3? Right? अब इसको डिफरेंट वे में आप एनालाइज करो. ये फंक्शन था 2x स्क्वायर प्लस 3. x को चाहे आप कोई भी वैल्यू पुट अप करते, नेगेटिव पॉजिटिव कोई भी, x स्क्वायर वुड बी ऑलवेज पॉजिटिव. सो दैट मींस 3 में कोई पॉजिटिव वैल्यू ऐड होती तो 3 से स्मॉलर तो ये आ ही नहीं सकता था, राइट? द ओनली थिंग इज अगर x 0 होता तो दिस वैल्यू वुड बी 3. सो दैट मींस मिनिमम 3 तो आपके पास आना ही आना है. सो व्हाट विल बी द मिनिमम वैल्यू ऑफ दिस फंक्शन? 3 and maximum infinity. So that is why the range of this function range will be from 3 to infinity. Is it clear? अब एक छोटा सा क्वेश्चन है बस मेरा, ये जो हमने रेंज लिखा है, रेंज इक्वल टू 3 to infinity, is it the value of x or fx? fx. So range always related to fx, domain always related to x. Am I clear with it? अभी थोड़े और एग्जांपल्स करेंगे इसमें. Now look for this one. fx is equal to mod of, say for example, x plus 3 plus 7. Mod of x plus 3 plus 7. Mod, positive value. You remember we did the graph of that. What is the minimum value of mod? Graph कभी भी x axis के नीचे नहीं आता ना. So what is the minimum value of 0? So can we say that mod of x plus 3 will always be greater than equal to 0? Because externally kabhi negative value aayegi hi nahi, it will always be positive. Now if we add 7 to this, it will be mod of x plus 3 plus 7 greater than equal to 0. So can we now, oh sorry, greater than equal to 7. वो तो मैं चेक कर रहा था. fx is greater than equal to 7, right? So what can be the minimum value of this function? 7 and maximum infinity. So what will be the range of this function? From 7 till infinity. अब समझ में आना स्टार्ट हो गया शायद. अब स्टार्ट हुआ है. अच्छा और अच्छा, ओके ओके. For this, you need to first of all understand the meaning, the definition of range. जैसे डोमेन की क्या डेफिनेशन थी? Values of x for which fx is defined. Just the converse of it is the definition of range. So by range we mean values of fx for which x is defined. For which x is defined. Just the reverse. It was values of x for which fx is defined. It is values of fx for which x is defined. Clear this thing? बस एक सेकंड. नहीं सब ठीक है, सब ठीक है. म्यूट नहीं मिल रहा है यार इसका. Now look. क्या करे होगी आप? So values of fx for which x is defined is the range. इस एग्जाम्पल को अगर आपने समझ लिया, the four concept of range will be definitely clear to you if you're not reading or writing or doing any other thing. Look, fx is equal to x plus 1 upon x minus 1. What do you say? What will be the domain? What will be the range for this function? All real numbers except 1, which is completely wrong as of now. As of now. क्योंकि जो आप बोल रहे हो वो रेंज नहीं है. That is domain. So you need to keep reminding yourself. Values of x is the domain. When we talk about range, it is the values of fx. Now listen to this carefully. if it is possible to guess, if it is possible to judge the minimum or the maximum value of the function, we go for observation method. अगर क्वेश्चन में ऑलरेडी गिवन है that is या डायरेक्टली इनडायरेक्टली कोई हिंट गिवन है या डेफिनेशन ऐसी है जैसे मॉड है, we know the range of mod, ये स्क्वायर टर्म है, we know that is it will always be positive. So directly indirectly अगर हमें कोई हिंट गिवन है then we go for observation method. But if it is not possible to judge the minimum or the maximum value of the function just by looking at the definition of function, then what we do is we assume fx as y. That is why the name assumption method. That is, in place of fx we write y. And now y equal to x plus 1 upon x minus 1. Because that is range is values of fx for which x is defined. So that is why find the value of x from here. It will be xy minus y is equal to x plus 1. So this will be xy minus x is equal to y plus 1. X common, y minus 1 equal to y plus 1. So x is equal to y plus 1 upon y minus. Any doubt in this? Now what do you say? Under what condition will x be defined? वही वाला cheat code. When y is not equal to 1. When y is not equal to 1. So can we say that clearly x is defined when y minus 1 is not equal to 0, y is not equal to 1. What was y? fx. So can we say that the range of this function fx is equal to all real numbers except, right? एक छोटा सा डिस्कशन, ये बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है. Now we have that range of fx is all real numbers except 1. Range of fx किसकी वैल्यूज होंगी? रेंज किसकी वैल्यूज होंगी? x या fx? fx, राइट? इसको इंटरप्रेट करके करने की कोशिश करते हैं. What we are writing, the meaning of this is that fx can be anything but not 1. Right? We can get any value of fx, but we will never get 1. Let's see if fx is equal to 1, what will happen? Why is it so that fx cannot be 1? I'm not talking about x, I'm talking about fx. If in place of fx we write 1, see what will happen. In place of fx, if we write 1, x plus 1 upon x minus 1 equal to x plus 1, x and x cancel, minus 1 equal to 1, which is a fallacy. Minus 1 cannot be equal to 1. So that is the reason that it can be anything but not 1. So understood the meaning of range? These are the values of fx for which x is defined. So x is not defined when fx is equal to 1. So therefore range of this function is all real numbers except 1. Except 1. We were required to find out the domain of the function, and the function was square root of 9 minus x. Domain find. Let's try to find out the range. Can we guess the minimum value or the maximum value of this function? Yes. Minimum क्या होगी? 0. That's absolutely correct. Because square root cannot yield a negative result. So minimum value will be 0. Maximum, वैसे अगर थोड़ी सी कोशिश करें तो guess तो कर सकते हैं, but it's not always possible. जैसे यहाँ पे तो सिंपल है, फिर भी 9 minus x square, say for example x square plus 3x plus 2 होता, तो फिर कैसे करते हैं? So minimum guess करना, minimum judge करना possible था, maximum judge directly करना possible तो है, but it will take time. Chances of making mistakes will be there. And whenever it is not possible to judge the minimum or the maximum value directly, then we use assumption method. Let fx is equal to y. So this will be y is equal to root of 9 minus x square. Squaring both the sides, y square equal to 9 minus x square. This will be x square equal to 9 minus y square. We find the value of x in terms of y. अब आप मुझे बताओ x कब डिफाइंड होगा? चीट कोड से याद रखना. x कब डिफाइंड होगा? Is greater than or equal to 0. So clearly x is defined when 9 minus y square is greater than or equal to 0. Why do we need to multiply it by -1? So that the coefficient of y square is positive. So y square minus 9 is less than equal to 0. The sign will be changed. Anand, please stop writing. Y plus 3, y minus 3 less than equal to 0. So what will be the critical points? -3 and 3. Starting with positive, negative, positive. So it is less than equal to 0. So what will be the solution set? Solution set will be -3 to 3. This was the reason I was telling you to first write the solution and then write domain or range, whatever you need to write. Because this is the solution set for this inequation. But this cannot be the solution. This cannot be the range of this function because this we have already discussed that this value will be never negative. We'll never have a negative resulting. So ignoring the negative values, if we ignore all the negative values, what will be the domain? What will be the range of this function? Somebody said 0 to. किसी ने बोला था शायद. अरे बाप ने रोली ने बोला. Very good. So ignoring the negative values, range of this function will be equal to from 0 to 3. That is, minimum value of this function will not be -3. Minimum value of this function will be 0. कब होगा देखो 0? अगर हम x की जगह 3 put up कर देते हैं या -3 put up कर देते हैं, then the value of the function will be equal to 0. So this value will be never negative. The smallest value of this function will be 0. Smallest 0 and highest 3. So the range of this function is between 0 to 3. I hope I have cleared it. I suppose some. F and G are real functions defined by fx is equal to x square plus 7 and gx is equal to 3x plus 5. What we need to find out is third part. We need to find out f of -2 plus g of -1. Then fifth part, ft minus f5 whole over t minus 5. Now see, this is the very beginning of applications of functions. When we make the use of functions, we need to understand the definition of the function. देखो जैसे अगर आप fx की definition समझो, तो whatever is inside this bracket, square of that, and then 7 will be added to it. For function g, whatever is inside the bracket, that will be multiplied by 3 and 5 will be added to it. I'm not asking you to learn this thing. What I'm trying to tell you is trying to make you understand कि आपको definition समझना बहुत जरूरी है. Definition में differ as per the question, but उसमें relation क्या है, ये relation आपको देखना है. जैसे यहाँ पर internally जो भी expression है, square of that value plus 7. यहाँ पर जो internal expression है, thrice of that value plus 5. तो जब हम f minus 2 find करेंगे, तो shall we use definition of g or definition of f? F. So internally it is -2. So what shall I write? -2 of whole square plus 7. For g of -7, it will be 3 into -1 plus 5. Any problem in this? We're just using the definition of the function. So this will be 4 plus 7, and this is -3 plus 5. So this will be 4, 8, 8 plus 5, 30. Right? The next is ft minus f5 upon t.